it's Vahisha. Welcome to the Drifter Challenge house number 3. If you've been following along since house number 1, you kind of know the drill now, but I'm going to go through everything anyways, especially for those players who need a refresher, or those who have been newly introduced to the Drifter Challenge itself. Now, I don't have a nifty info video that I put together like with what I did with house number 4, but this will just have to kind of suffice. So first off, let me say that I strongly advise that those continuing from house number 2, that you make yourself a separate game file for this house mini challenge. I personally have already done so, so I'm not going to go ahead and show you how. So you should already know. Now you'll want to do this so that if you don't complete all the goals within the allotted time, that you have the option to redo this particular challenge. That way you don't lose all prior world progress, so everything from house number 1 and house number 2 are not gone. I know that a failure in a challenge is not something that is expected, but let's be honest, sometimes it happens, so you want a fallback plan. Losing progress on a house or 2 would be kind of semi-okay, but later on it's going to be more and more detrimental that you have those saves, because 10 mini challenges down the road, I know personally I'd be pulling my hair out if I didn't have a closer save than, say, like the second or first house. So anyways, we're going to be starting here in the Oasis Springs this time. We're going to be in the Sultry Springside lot, and I'll show you where that is in just a second. It's a 30 by 20, I believe, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than what we played with this last time. We had a 20 by 15. You're going to need to move your heir to the new lot through the Manage World screen, so I'm going to show you how. Right now, this is the house that we were playing before. This is the Brennan household. This is house number 2. We're in Willow Creek. You're going to click on your previous household, and you're going to choose the option down here that says Manage Household. You're then going to transfer Sims between your households. And as soon as the screen pops up, I'll show you. You're going to select a new household. So it's going to create a new one. Find your heir. Transfer them over. They're going to be given a $20,000 allowance here. That's going to give them the money that they're going to use to purchase the house. So we're going to switch over to the Oasis Springs. And our Sultry Springside lot is right here. It's a $5,500 lot. So we're going to... Where did he go? Manage Household. Here he is. See, there's our previous family. Goodbye, Nyla. Goodbye, Gage. And goodbye... I forgot his name. That's terrible. How could I forget? Well, that's Caleb. That's right. Goodbye, Caleb. So here we're going to take Brennan. Household here. This is Axel. And we're going to move him onto the lot. And Sultry Springside is here. Alright. So the Drifter Challenge house number 3 has 5 main goals to complete this time around. First of all, you're going to need to create a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home worth $40,000 or more after depreciation. You're going to need to complete the Angling Ace aspiration. You're going to need to max your gardening skill. 4, you're going to need to raise a cow plant and create 5 unique essence potions by interacting with the cow plant. And the 5th thing is, like in the previous households, you're going to raise an heir to the young adult stage. This heir is going to become the main sim in the house number 4. So if you plan on continuing with the overall challenge, don't continue gameplay after the heir reaches young adult. So I enjoy setting up boundaries for you guys. So once again, you cannot leave your lot, your street, or the surrounding areas. So this is your lot right here. The street stretches all the way to these trees here, and it goes to the end of the sidewalk right there, and the end of the sidewalk right there. The surrounding areas, as you can see, there's a couple ponds nearby for fishing, and there's going to be spawners for the rocks and the plants. There's a couple exceptions to the rule of not leaving your house, lot, your surrounding areas and street. Because of this particular aspiration that we're trying to complete this time around, the Sylvan Glade, which is the tree entrance that's located next to house number 2 that we were just playing in, is still available to your sim. So you can go down there for fishing, gathering, whatever you want to do down there. Stay as long as you want, you can use it. If your Sims are invited to any parties or any other get-togethers, since they added this new feature, you're welcome to accept the invite, travel to the location, and party on. You can participate in whatever they're doing. Once you have your gardening and your fishing skill maxed to level 10, you're going to be able to place or build or download from the gallery a park that you're going to put on the Desert Bloom Park spot in Oasis Springs. Then, after you have those skills maxed, you can visit the lot and the surrounding areas. When you place that lot, it also opens the option to unlock and travel to the Forgotten Grotto if you choose to do so. It does require that you have a level 10 of mechanical skill. So if you think that you can get to level 10 and open the grotto for more fishing, you're perfectly welcome to try to tackle that. If you're not keen on building your own community park, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the park that I built. It's the Jackrabbit Park and Information Center. It can be found on the gallery under my name, but like I said, I'll leave you a link in the description. When you build your park lots, or when you download one, try to make sure that whatever you're building is kind of staying true to what you might actually find in a park. So benches and grills, but you wouldn't be putting things like a really nice bed and a decked out kitchen. Once again, you cannot travel to your previous homes, as the amenities there would make things too easy, but you may invite your family members that you want to stay in contact with them. You can have them visit your lot. The restriction from Granite Falls is not in effect this house mini challenge, so you can go on vacation anytime you wish. House number 2, we were not allowed to go to Granite Falls until our heir was at child stage. Once again, it doesn't apply, so you can go anytime you want to the Granite Falls. Just remember, when you leave, you cannot leave any members behind. They must come with you. So it's important to note, and I wanted to throw this in here because a lot of people are wondering about this. If you do not own Outdoor Retreat Expansion Pack, it does not put you at a disadvantage for this Angling Ace aspiration. Any of the fish that you catch there that are only exclusive to Granite Falls do not count towards the aspiration. The game already sets that up. So, so whether you have that specific game pack or not, you're not on a disadvantage at all. We're all on the same playing field here. So let's see. This house challenge, I threw in a kind of a fun task with a cow plant. So you're going to need to acquire a cowberry. There are quite a few different ways to go about getting one, but if you don't know how to, feel free to do some research or ask around. If you really get to a stalemate and you cannot figure it out, ask me and I'll point you in the right direction. Once you find that cowberry, you're going to want to plant it and you're going to want to raise it to its mature stage. And this is only going to take a few sim days, but make sure you have the time. Once your cow plant is mature, this is when the real fun begins. You're going to need to collect 5 unique essence potions by interacting with your cow plant. Doubles of an emotion collected do not count towards your overall potion count. So you're going to want 5 unique different ones: flirty, bored, inspired, happy, those kinds of things. If you end up with 2 happies, it does not count towards your 5 goal. I'm asking if you could please keep track of all of your potions that you collect and keep track of any sim deaths that occur during the length of this mini challenge. I have a running tally going on in the forums where the rules are posted, and I just want to keep it updated. It's kind of fun to see who's doing what and how many casualties there are. So, okay, no age-altering or life-prolonging items are allowed, and you cannot bring anyone back from the dead. However, all the other potions or satisfaction rewards are fair game. The heir from house number 2 is going to be your only playable sim throughout this entire mini challenge, but there are some exceptions to this rule again. One exception is you may age up any household sims on their birthday with the age up or the cake options. You can instruct your sim to take a pregnancy test. In my case, he's going to have a lady spouse, and so you can, if it's not a playable character, you can still click on them to take a pregnancy test. You can also click on them to have their baby. You can join them at the hospital, or you can send them alone, or you can have a home birth. All the options are available to you. If you control any of your household sims at any time, well, you can control any of your household sims to use the eat cake option on the cow plant. So your main sim is not the only one that can take part in tempting the cow plant. You can, like I said, take control of any of your household sims. They have to be in your household, and use the eat cake option, so that is okay. If your main sim dies before they produce an heir, or if your heir dies, this house mini challenge will end. but there's obviously the option to try again, especially if you have done the smart thing and made a separate save for yourself. To clarify, I'm going to say that the heir is considered the firstborn child of the main sim. It's been a question that people have asked, so I just wanted to clarify. It is the firstborn child. So if you have triplets or twins, it is the first one born. So in the last house challenge, we were restricted to working sims as our partner for creating the heir with. This time, anyone in there is fair game. So you're not going to be on the same hunt for your partner as we were in house number 2. So anybody walking down the street, whether they're a working sim or not, is fair game. House number 3 mini challenge will end when the heir reaches the young adult stage. And once again, if you're interested in the full set of written rules, or if you want to play this challenge as a standalone, visit my blog or the Sims forums. There you can find a link to the blank starting world, as well as to any of the nitty-gritty rules. And I left the link to the forum post as well as to my blog in the description below. So let's go ahead and double check and make sure that everything is set up correctly in our gameplay. So we want autonomy set to full, and we want lifespan set to normal, and then we need to put our household funds to 0 because we're starting with nothing again. So Control-Shift-C, testing, cheats, on, money, 0. Alright, so before I start playing, I want to introduce you to Axel Brennan. This is the gentleman from house number 2. If you've been following along, then he's a familiar face. And if not, let me introduce you to Axel Brennan. I gave him the angling ace because that is what we are trying to accomplish this time around. So if you want to see his traits, he loves the outdoors. He is a lazy sim, he is a loner, and he has the collector trait because that is what's given when you have the angling ace aspiration. He has nothing in his inventory. We're starting with absolutely nothing. And I think that that's just about it. We went through all the rules that I can think of. Any questions at all, please feel free to ask in the comments or get a hold of me via Twitter or anything else. So let me see, he's got one red thing. What is this? He has an alien deception from Discovering Aliens. It must have been Caleb in the last house, but otherwise he's got really nice stats. He's looking pretty good, and anybody who has watched my other Let's Play, house number 2, this is a much better looking start than last time. So let's go ahead and get him fishing, because we're waiting for spawners for 1, and for 2, this is one of the main goals, obviously, for this house challenge, so I want to get started as soon as possible. So we're going to come over here right behind his house, and we're going to start fishing. We couldn't use any bait yet, we're not high enough. So let's try to get some money. Eventually he's going to need to use the restroom and all that other fun stuff, so we're going to have to get some funds as fast as we can. It looks like there is a dig spot up over there, so I'm going to go ahead and cue those in, have a look around. That actually popped up a lot faster than I anticipated. So we're going to go ahead and take a peek and look and see if we can find everything. I'm pretty sure the plants are not available yet, but this will be a good start. If I can find, I think there's a frog spawner up here. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that too. There's another rock. Okay, so it says it looks like the fish in the area are too crafty for Axel. So he is going to have to go back to fishing even if they are too crafty for him, but we're just going to harvest here first, and then I think maybe we'll try fishing in a different location just for change of pace. We'll come over here. So we'll follow him around and hopefully he will find us something good. Walk, walk, walk. This is quite new for me. I have never played a male sim solo or ever as like my main tune, so this is a first for me. And speaking of firsts, anyone who has been following my channel for a while, my husband usually does all of my editing on my videos, and I am super proud to say that this entire video has been edited by myself. I came up with the intro myself and everything, so I'm really happy. And I know it might not seem like a huge feat to other people, but honestly, especially if you know me, it's a pretty big deal. So I'm pretty proud of that. So I'm going to start editing all of my own stuff now. Got the program all set up and one video down. What did we get? Oh, we got a treasure map, which I'm not going to use. Tiger frog. And we got something worth 75. Well, we're working on it. We're at 155 now, so hopefully we'll have a little bit of money. I'm just going to sell both of these instead of open them. That'll give me another. That gives me enough to purchase a toilet. They are at 250, I believe it is. So if nothing else, we're not going to have any accidents right off the bat. So let's get some more fishing done and see if he can't find anything else. Something else? Anything else? At least one more catch. Something, anything. One fish, that's all I'm asking. Nope, okay. We're going to try it one more time. Try to get that fish. You're so close to level 2. Did we get one? No. Well, there's level 2, so maybe now. Maybe now we'll get one. Yay! Okay, we are our first fish. What did we get? I don't know what kind that is. That is a koi worth 17, and it counts for... Let's see, I have fished at 2 out of 3 locations so far, and we caught 1 fish, so I don't think that I showed what we need to accomplish first for Angling Ace, but first of all, we need to catch 5 fish and then fish at 3 different locations, so we're well on our way to starting that. So, well, I'm just going to leave Axel fishing here, and I'm going to sign off and say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed episode number 1 of the Drifter Challenge, house number 3. Take care, guys. Bye! I just wanted to say thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up on my newest videos. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment because I think they're cool.